Hello, I was a software developer for many years. I developed in a application called Delphi, which was produced originally by Borland that later became a different company. I forget their name. But at any rate, it's based on Object Pascal, and it will support Linux and Windows. I don't know about Mac OS. It might. It allows you to program for all three platforms at once. All you have to do is install the development tools on whatever platform that you want to develop on, and then you can port your project files there if you developed on another platform, or you can create project files on that platform, and then you can, when you compile, it will produce the executable for that platform. So for example, if you load the application, which is called Lazarus, it's an integrated development environment that uses free Pascal. So what you do is you install it on your platform and you execute it. You do your development on that platform. You compile for that platform, and then you can distribute it from there. Or you can port all the project files to another platform. For example, you could develop on Linux, and then you could port the platform over to Windows, and that would, and then just recompile there, and it will be an application that runs on Windows. And it uses the native environment. So whatever, like on Linux, if you're on GTK, it's going to the buttons and the text input boxes and all the controls will look like GTK. When you port it to Windows and compile it there, then the buttons and all the objects that are on in the graphical user interface will take on the characteristics of that platform. So without further ado, I'm going to show you how to install Lazarus and Free Pascal on Linux. The procedure for installing on Windows is even simpler, so I'll pick the more difficult installation. So here we go. Put it down. And then go to this. Okay, now we're going to we want to install Lazarus Free Pascal. So let's type in Lazarus FPC, that's Free Pascal. It takes us to the Lazarus home page. And we can see right here, version 3.4 for Debian. So it's identified my, actually that's the root of my operating system. I'm running Pop! OS, but it has discovered that that's, that the, it's a fork of Debian. So I want to download now. And it takes me to SourceForge, and here are the three files that need to be downloaded. So I click on the name. Yes. It's going to take a few moments. Let's see if it's downloading. Yes, there's a little icon here. It shows it downloading. So it's downloading. And it's done. Okay, let's go back and get the next file. Downloading. It's done. go back and get the final one. And it's done. So we're done with this. Now those all went to the download directory. So we can close this out. And let's go check to see if my downloads has those 3 files in it. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. But here's FPC, FPC, and Lazarus right here. So they're there. I think what we can do, well, it's okay. We'll just leave them there. I'll leave all those other files in there cluttered. Now what you do is you go to your terminal and you change directories to downloads. I don't know if I can make this bigger or not. No, that doesn't work. All right. And do a get a list. There's the files. Okay. Now we're going to we need to install them. That would be sudo dp kg, I believe, install, and then you have to give it the package. Come on, here we go. Control C. Nope. Control insert. Control insert. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh hell, I got to type that in again. Sudo dpkg I shift insert. There we go. That's what we're going to do. Give it the password. That. Done. Now we're going to do the next one. Pick the next one. Control insert. Shift insert. And hit enter. And then the final one. Which is this. Control insert, shift insert, and enter. Done. So now that that's installed, we can look in applications, and if we look through applications here, there it is. There's Lazarus. Click on it. It says, "Welcome to Lazarus. Incorrect configuration directory found." There is already a configuration from version 2.24 in the directory. Yeah, we'll upgrade it. Okay. I did have an old copy of Lazarus, so that's why it did that. So here we have Lazarus, and it's showing the directory where it's found, and it says that's okay. So we go look at the compiler, which is the free Pascal compiler, and it shows it where it's stored in user bin FPC, and it says that's fine. It says the source files are in user share FPC source, gives this path, and it says it's okay. Now, the make utility, I don't believe it installs it. It just finds it. So if you don't have make installed on your platform, on your Linux system, you'll probably have to install it. I'm assuming it's probably already there. If it isn't, you'd have to do, you'd have to go through your, you'd have to go to the terminal and do an apt-get install make. So I already had it installed, it found it, and so that's okay. And then finally the debugger. I think this uses, well, this says it's fpdebug. And it says the setup is okay. So we're all set. So at this point we can start just make sure that it's going to work, we can start the integrated development environment, start the IDE. Click that button. And there it is. Now what will happen when you do this is it will come up and look different. It will say, I've already got a project out here, so I'll close that project. And then I will say new project. And this is what it'll look like, sort of. Now I'm using a dark mode on this system, so it's defaulting to using dark mode. But so this is a blank form for the graphical user interface that you would start using. And this is the skeleton program behind it that it will start with. So it's just a blank skeleton. If you see this stuff, then you're all set. And that's it. That's how you install it. Thanks for watching. Maybe the next video I'll show you how to create a simple GUI, graphical user interface, with this. Until then, have fun, guys.